Hey guys. Mhm. Hey buddies, today we will discuss about the happy number. What is happy number? In your interview questions, most of the time in a problem solving, they ask you, write a program or algorithm if number is happy or not. So I'll tell what is the happy number. Happy number is as input you will get as an integer number. Suppose I'll get integer and suppose you will get something 2. So what we have to do to if 2 is a happy number or not, we have to square of its digit. So we have to square off its digit. There is squaring of 2 equal to 4. Again, 4 we have to square. We got 16. Again, 16 we have to square. So 1 cross 1 plus 6 cross 6 is 37. Again, we have to square till it ends with 1. If it's not ending with 1, it's going in an infinite loop, then it's not a happy number. So it's a 9 plus 49. 58. Again, we'll go with 58. So we'll do 5 cross 5, 58. So it's a 25 plus 64, 89. Again, it will go 64 plus 81, 145. Again, we'll go 1 square is 1, 4 square is 16 plus 25, 42. Again, we'll go. So it's a 16 plus 4, 20. Again, we'll go 20. So it's a 4 plus 0. Again, came as a 4. If you can see, the number has repeated. We started with 2, but 4 again it came as a 4. So if it's repeating again, the cycle will repeat. So it will go in a infinite loop. So in this case, we have to return as a false. It's not a happy number. It will take a positive case. In a positive case, if we are having 4, so suppose 4, 16, not 4, we are having 1. So if any positive number, if take 3, 9, 9, 1, 16 plus 1, 65. So 6 plus 10, 60. Number I broke. 17. Oh, What is the positive number? 19. So if I took as a 19, okay, if I took as a 19, if I took n equal to 19, then 1 cross 1 plus 9 cross 9, 82. Then 64 plus 4, 68. Then again 36 plus 64, 64, 100, 100. So 1 plus 1 cross 1 plus 0 cross 0 plus 0 cross 0. We are doing the square. It's 1. So then we can return as a true. I hope the logic is clear. What is happy number or not? Happy number is if you are giving it as an integer, you have to square off its digit and add it till it's not topping as 1 or it's not sits at 1. If it is not sits at 1 and it's going in an infinite loop, then you return as a false. If it sits at 1, then you have to return as a true. How do you know we have to return as a false? You can see the pattern. You just draw this pattern. You will see the repeated number. You draw this pattern for any digit in your pen and paper. You will see some pattern. So if you are guys, if you are not getting how can we build the logic? You have to draw some inputs, the pattern. You will get the logic. How we have to do. What's the logic we have to. So what we have to just get the number. If number is repeating, then we stop. Okay. Then we'll start through programming the same thing. Uh, Let me start through. So we are getting as a number. Suppose I'll get any number. So I'll take as a 19 first. For the scenario, I will take as a 2. Any number, you can change it. What we have to first we have to get the square of its digit. So we'll create one method first of all. That will return as a boolean is happy number, pass as a n number. Okay. I will create the method. Okay. Now let me create the method. So first method we have to create a get sum of its square. First method. Okay, sum of its square. Pass the number. Sum of squares. Okay. We create the how will get the sum of squares, sum of its square number. First we will get the remainder and we'll add it. That's the approach we used to do. Okay. So I think this is the first approach we learned how to get the its number and how to get the each number from if you have an input as integer, how to get the each number, the last number. So we'll put like if number is greater than 0, first condition we forgot to put it. If number is itself is 0, we can put as a if input number. So directly we can give here if number is itself self 0, then we can return as a false directly. That's the first thing. Okay, so we have to iterate what we have to get. First reminder, the number. How to get the reminder? Reminder we can get by reminder operator. We'll get the reminder. Now, suppose this number is 2, we'll get the reminder as a 2. But when it's getting a square, then we have to write the generic logic. For each number, we should get its sum of its square. So if number is there, we'll see the number divided by 10, the next number. Okay. And now what we have to do, we have to sum the sum of its square. So create one number, sum of square, sum. Sum of a square. So what we will do, sum of a square sum of a square plus that remainder. Remainder is the last number. If we have if we have like 1 2 3, then we got as a 3. Then we have to do the square, like we have to 3 cross 3. We have to do 3 cross 3. So we'll put reminder cross reminder. Okay, it's adding all its square and it's doing the sum. Then in this line it will be 12 because it will divide by, then again 12 will go till it's ending all the numbers. It will do the square for all the numbers and adding. So we'll get sum of a square and we can return it once it is done. Return sum of a square. Okay, so we got the sum of a square. Now we have to check that number is repeating or not. We have checked the 4 is repeating or not. So to check that purpose, we can create one set or list, whatever you want. So we'll create a set of integer to keep the record of previous all numbers. Previous numbers. New has set. Okay. That has set we can pass. Okay. So this has set we will passing here. Keep the record. We'll pass here. Okay. We'll pass here the previous number. Now we'll check. Now we got the sum of number of squares. First thing we'll check if sum of squares. If it is already 1, then return as true. That's the first thing we have to do. If it is not a 1, if it is a repeating, then we have to check if it is a repeating. If it's already it's a repeating number, then if we are trying to add, it will return as a false. If any set, if we are trying to add a duplicate number, then it is return as a false. If it is returning as a false, we'll make it as a true and will display so already present. And then return false. If it is not present, if in a set it is not there, Then we have to calculate till end. So we'll add this previous number in sum of squares and call that method again. And we are calling the same method. Is happy number, will call it again from here. We'll call with the sum of squares numbers we have to call. And we have to put the same previous number as the record. Now I think the problem is ready. The solution is ready. You can check, okay, while running it. Taking time. Starting the level. Running the calls. You can see compiling. Actually, I have other projects compiling all of them. So I'll return as a 9 and I'll print some happy number. Now I change the input. Let's see. It's written as a true. Is happy number true. Okay. So it's done. Thank you guys.